welcome back to Badwater Ridge, and I'm going to address a few comments and then I might skip ahead a bit. I'm not sure. So the first one was thank you to the person that spotted that this still has organic beavers in it rather than bots. And then there was a question slash suggestion from Unexpected Bill about the fact that a lot of our industry runs on bots. Yet our haulers, which are predominantly supplying the industry, are mostly beavers who only work a 15-hour day. So there's like 9 hours a day where there aren't haulers. So is that some of the reason that we have quite a lot of inefficiency? And that's a really good point. And suddenly we do not have very much canola oil. So we need to address that as well. So I thought, given that we've got some spare bots, we'd switch another hauling post over. And I've literally just noticed the lack of canola oil. I guess that's because we have more grease factories. So we probably need to squeeze in some more canola pressing. We have a pressing need. I'll get my coat. I'm just trying to find a spot we can put one in without causing too much drama temporarily until we work on the new area. And I think if we put it there, it should pick up power from the back of the bot part factory, and we could put in a pit tank there. So canola oil set to supply, and we'll do a little small warehouse there for canola seeds set to obtain, and I'm going to high prioritize all of those so they get built. So that's that one hopefully sorted. Another suggestion, actually two of you came up with this one, so thank you, Pete, and I believe it was Probleme, which was to dam across here so we keep this fuller, and then maybe to dynamite some of it out as well. So let's make that happen. I'm not sure if now we've got trees planted across there, they're going to be able to easily get there to build on there, unless we come around from here, which isn't actually a problem because it's water. So what we'll do is let's chuck a terrain block in there so it's squared up, and then we'll do just some plain boring old dams, but we'll build up with ladders because then we can get over the top and into that side, and then if we want we can do some explodering, which it looks like it would be sensible to do. Let's let them get that built first. So that's that. Over here we have a small snag with the scrap metal, so let's adjust, adapt and overcome. So that's about the deepest it's going to go, so we'll just do that and that, and that will address that issue. And the other suggestion, which was from Pete, which was to import some of that extra grease that we are making to here. Again, that seems like a sensible idea to improve the efficiency of the bots over here, so we'll do that as well. And then I've had a few ideas about how to manage the water up here, and that involves building more dams or more floodgates potentially, because we're only feeding water directly into here, and really we need to be able to keep both of these areas full. So probably what I'm going to do is actually move these back one, and then terraform that so that we can have 2 sets of floodgates here, and then I want to have 2 sets of floodgates here. So what we'll also do is we'll need a bit of work to get to there, but we'll terraform that as well. And we'll put a set of platforms across there. So what that's going to let me do is have the water flow controlled by multiple conditions in here. I actually also think we probably need to build that, and that'll improve the amount that they are importing. And then I have an idea for power for this area, and this is copied from a design by Nerdy Burner on the TimberBorn Discord. So this is not my idea at all. I take no credit for this, but I have been having a bit of play with it, and it seems like an incredibly efficient use of space. So I think the first thing that we need to do is get across and clear out all of these trees, and we are going to, yeah, that's okay, we're going to come across here with, actually we're just going to use platforms because this is going to be temporary. This project is going to take a little while. This is going to be a bit of a water wheel array, but it's a very different design concept to anything that I've used. If you want a bit of a spoiler, there are pictures of similar designs in the maze. God, I knew I was going to say it. In the TimberBorn Discord channel, on my Discord. That's the words I'm looking for. Because I was playing with it on a test save on Friday. Very cool concept. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of tap. I'm not sure whether I'm going to just make use of the water source and then throw it back in, or tap off a little bit of the water source and create a semi-perpetual water or power supply over here. We'll see. But first step is to clear all these trees out. So probably that should be a bot, although we'll have some quite unhappy bots. So given that we are generating quite a lot of lumber over here, I wonder if we should have a bot charging point over here. That feels like a good idea. Until we get... and what we could do is normally we've got water flowing, haven't we? Through here. So what we could do is make use of the wheels of water. It doesn't have to be maximally efficient. It just has to work. So obviously it won't work at the moment because we're in a drought. I know this. That is okay. yeah, what I want to do is get down here and get on up to the other side. There's a sign that. So that we can, because I think this river's the correct width. Putting 2 in, 2. I'm not convinced now. 2, 3, 4. It's actually 5 wide, so we might have to do a little bit of. I think if we put, maybe what we want to do is rather than dynamiting that out, we want to. Let's get that done first, and then we'll put power wheel there. We'll need to shuffle the path over a little bit. And let's prepare for that as well. Yeah, I think having some charging capacity up here is sensible. There's a plan for that. That's all getting built. Those are getting built. We're doing for gears in the main district. We're still a little bit short. So, and thank you to those of you that before my rant about this have pointed out that I should have just opened this. You guys did have my back. I was just a little bit ahead. I have also detonated this, so we will see as the drought progresses how this stays hydrated now, which is cool. And we are very close to having this finished. I did not let the game run as far as I said I would, but that's okay. And this is built, which is very cool. Yeah, in a bad tide now, we will just have the natural flow coming out of here, which is going to be less, which is good. And we don't actually need these now. We'll leave them there just in case. Set up. So I've changed more of these to be bots. I'm actually going to set up more of the haulers to be bot based. Again, based on Bill's comment about bot hours versus beaver hours. I think that was really quite a good point. So, yeah. Are we now producing canola oil in excess? We are not. Okay, we're going to need quite a lot more canola oil production. But I think that's it's like gears, I think. You get to a point where you just can't make enough until you get ridiculous, or until you get to what seems ridiculous. I guess the other suggestion, which was to delete the engine, and actually maybe that's seeming sensible now. To put in some more things like gear workshops, because I said I didn't want to, but maybe I do now. Because that's got a 6 wide spot that we could put a couple of gear workshops. In that space. I am going to do that. I had said I didn't want to. But we're pretty good for planks. So let's close that up. We're going to go gears, gears, and oil press. And I think we'll go storage. Tiny pile for logs set to obtain. Do a small warehouse for canola set to obtain. We don't need to do canola oil storage because it's just there. So let's make sure that they prioritize picking those up, and then we'll make sure that these go to be bots. Yeah. I actually think that was a sensible swap to make. So, good suggestion. Sorry, again, I am awful with people's. Remembering people's names in the moment. To remember the name of the guy whose design I am going to be copying for the power, I actually had to have Discord open. So that's going to come out. I know this is deeper than the wheels will go. Fine. I don't care that they're not going to be running perfectly optimally. I guess as long as they get water. That might be an issue. We might actually want to drop them down a little bit so that they are in the water. So actually maybe I didn't want to detonate those. Maybe what we want to do is levies like that. And then do power. Large power wheel. Maybe we do, yeah, let's move it down a little bit. Power, large power wheel. Let's put it there. We will blast that out. We need to move that over. That. I know the path is a bit crazy, but it's just to enable access for building. That'll have to go to build the water wheel, and then we will, how tall is that? Pretty high? Yeah. We then put that all along there. And then that is too high, so if we do that, we can drop power down there. We can move this path now. We'll leave the straight bit there for now, but I want to put power in. And yeah, I guess the other thing, I could just drop. Yeah, I could leave the straight path and I could bring the power up and over. Let's do that. Keep the efficiency of the relatively straight path. So we'll let them work on building that. That's getting built. And what we'll do is we'll probably throw in a few of these guys set to be bots. I think we've got some log storage over here. Yep. That's cool. I don't think it's a problem narrowing this a little bit. Famous last words and all that. I think we'll be okay. And we'll put in some power storage as well. My thought for the power that we're going to generate over here is we will either cut down here and put some gravity batteries, or actually, because I'm kind of liking how they look, we'll drop gravity batteries off down here somewhere. Alright, so they can get in. Obviously they have got a long way to go, but it's bots, so once they've got access to our charging facility, that'll be okay. Again, we could just drop some gravity batteries off the side here, maybe, or something. Let's speed up the game a little bit. It's getting a little bit laggy and hitchy, which is kind of surprising because I'm back home running on my good computer. Right, those are in, which is good. So let's make sure that that's prioritized. Let's make sure that that's prioritized. Should up our gear production. That's very close to being sorted, which is Great. I then need to design my industrial area. So, but that should be okay. How are we doing for power? We got loads of spare power, and we can always increase this because we do have spare space here that we can just kind of shuttle backwards and forwards. And the new design that I've got, we could use on an extension for this, and it seems to be a lot more space efficient. So yeah. Oh, we've got some dynamite to explode, so let's do that. And let's place the set of 2 that is needed there. And I guess we are going to need to prepare for moving back. So let's put those in and put the path along there like that. And I am just going to keep pushing this back. We're at day 10 at the moment, and it's not run dry yet, so that's pretty good. Basically, I would like to have it so that we can pump all the way through the drought and not have that run dry. That's in, which is cool. So we need to run a path around the outside of this now. So we'll go as far back as we can. We'll demolish those, and we'll start placing double dynamite in there. We are going to need, I think, I want to get down into there as well and make all of that deeper. So do that, and probably that. I will make all of this 1 deeper. There we go. That one, everything. No, just 1. There we go. All of that 1 deeper, and all of this level 2 deeper. And that way, it'll all be 3 deep, which will be the same depth as that, and mean it should stay reasonably well hydrated. Possibly even to the point where it's worth thinking about putting another forester in so we can plant some of this area up as well. Yeah. Although we're in a pretty good position for trees to the point where it's possibly worth us putting in more storage for wood. We have a lot of standing lumber at the moment, and that's inefficient. Yeah, how deep's this now? 25 centimeters, so it's still going pretty strong. Right, that's in. Yeah, well, they've basically built that anyway, so that's okay. Right, detonate. So we now need to delete this and let them collect stuff. Delete that, and do I come under and then up the other side? I think so. So unhappy beavers for a moment as we disconnect that whole chunk. But it does mean they're going to get power. So yeah, pretty sure actually we might be able to leave that piece of path there. No, path is in the way. Come on, build this piece of dynamite so that we can blow it up and put a platform back. I mean, I guess. No, I can't because I'll go around that. That's okay. Come on, someone come build it. They could pick that from there, can't they? So I can delete both of those. Let's prioritize picking up all of the trash. Come on, someone come build it. How are we doing down here? All of the terraforming is in, which is great. Just need to let them work on building the stuff. Right, let's delete you. Let's put the platform in and the path in, and then I prioritize that. Then we need to put a piece of dynamite there, and then we need to put a high power shaft there, and a normal power shaft there. And now that's all cleared up, we can delete that. I hadn't actually planned to build any of this stuff, but having seen iron bots, clearly we need it, so go. And the fact that it blocks the flow will mean the water has to go through it and generate power, and bad water will go through it and generate power as well. So, yeah. Awesome. And it's just got to generate enough to be able to charge bots. So we are going to want our universal there. Going to come up. So we can do charging stations along there. And then we want some power storage. I think we'll do what I use as standard for power storage. For one of these is a medium framed flywheel. I guess we could put 2 in, so let's do that. That should work just fine, I believe. Then we need water flow to come back to charge them. Right, let's have a look down. So they're working on all of those, which is cool. So yeah, we're going to put another set of triple floodgates there. And I need to wait for that to be built before I can do that change. Yep. Not completely thought through the logic, but I'm pretty sure I need to have 2 sets here so that I can have one that's controlled by the season and one that's controlled by the level. Awesome, that's in. So we are going to need a power connection that is going to run from up here all of the way to over here. So that's obviously a bit of faff. So what I think we're going to do is delete this, and we're going to move it. So we're going to move that over to here. Give us room to raise the power up. So that will let us do that and that. And then I am going to start to make use of the power shaft bridges mod, which is this guy. Which gives us a span of 10, which actually gets us to the other side of the water. And then I just need to work out where I need to place my platform with the trusty old finger on the screen. And hopefully I got the correct height. I did not. So obviously this is, it's not the nicest looking thing, but it is kind of needed. So, and I think it'll start to get lost in all of the forested stuff. But again, it's going to be a long process because step 1 is getting all of this cleared out, which is going to take a little while. And then I've got to get the whole thing built, which is going to take a little while. So, right. Why did I put doubles there? They need to be singles. There we go. And you can't build that from below. You're kidding me. Okay. There you go. Now you can get to it. I mean, I guess I can detonate those and drop in... Can I see the icon? Drop the first one in. There we go. Start working on that while they build those. So you've cleared... No, you've got one more. Are you marked to be cut dead tree? You are not. So let's get you cut down. Let's get that off. So the idea of getting rid of the dead trees is that we want to replace them with not dead trees. And I know I could use probably just use the replace dead trees function of the foresters, but it feels better to do it that way. I guess we need to be able to get to build the base of that. So let's run a path down there. And they'll be able to pick up those spare logs and planks. So that's not a bad thing. Cool, that's been built. So let's detonate those. And we can put in the other medium framed flywheel. So that'll give us a power storage capacity of 30,000, which should be okay to get us through most of a drought to top up bots as they have to come back from being over here. We have 5 days to go. Yeah. And so this guy is full. We need to make sure they're prioritized by haulers. So the haulers come and empty him. Them. Do bots have sex? Bots have a gender. A minefield, isn't it? So what we can do is start to join this up to this one. So we want to down a level. And we'll just stay on platforms to get to here. There we go. Obviously, part of the process of making somewhere look nice and pretty and green is you have to have infrastructure. You know, to undo the damage of the humans, you need infrastructure. We could sink it into the ground, but if you really, really want me to do that, then we'll do that. Yeah, that gives us the ability to move water into here now. So we could do that. We could have a... Can we get there? We can't at the moment. And we need to finish all of our building projects. So let's do landscaping. Build those. We'll then delete those, replace them with platforms and build the set across there. Those are built, so that'll give us double platforms there. Those need to stay because they're just going to stay at 2.5 because I just want the ability to push water back that way. I do want to, we can now get a path all the way down here. We'll make use of the natural staircase. And I guess we could build them off of there, but I think we'll wait for the drought to go. I want to replace these with floodgates. But we'll wait until we have water flowing We build a set of floodgates across there. And then we'll have a stream gauge just there. Right there, built. So let's delete those. We'll put triple platforms between them. The reason I'm separating them is it makes it easier to do the simple triggers automation if they're not joined together, because they don't then synchronize. So you can treat them as two banks rather than having to separate them and do them as 6 individuals. Yep. So let's just give this a little test, shall we? There we go. That works. Nice. Obviously, we would need a much more robust power storage solution, which we are working on, and they are doing a cracking job of clearing those out. So brilliant. That's all set up for when the drought ends. So I think we will retreat this. So let's delete those. We'll get those picked up, and we'll delete the other stuff. How are we doing down here? We are working very slowly. They're not going to be able to get to that because it is the next level up. How is that too far? Okay. Sort that. I'll get those done. Brilliant. That's done. So we can now, maybe next time, start to design our new industrial area. Why do I say next time? Because I need a bit of time to think about what we need to put in there. And it's Sunday, and I don't feel like thinking today. So, do we have... Yep, we've now got canola oil. Do we have grease? We have a tiny amount of grease. But now at least making enough canola oil, and that sort of worked. Not as well as I would have liked. Not as well as I would have liked. Although they're not going to die. So, yeah, actually, that's okay. That's all staying hydrated. So, it's a bit better, isn't it? It's a bit better. These now should be hammering through this job. So let's... You've got a path to get to that stuff, so we can retreat this path and you can do that from the path that you have going to the top. It'd be nice to get this done before the drought ends. Yeah. They got that in. We have. So let's detonate that. And we probably don't need to do any more, considering how much water is in there with only 3 days left on the drought. I think what we'll do is let's delete that, delete that somewhat messy bit path there. Delete that, that. I'm going to just going to flatten that down. And I think we'll do a bit of preemptive tree clearing. But I don't think we need to make that any bigger, because we've got 3 days left of the drought. Our water stores are full and we have not had to turn on any of our extra water pumps. So I think we're good. I think we will swap another set of haulers over to be bots. Is that... How's our efficiency looking? That's pretty bad, but is that down to supply? Yeah, we're short of limbs again, but we've got lots of chassis. So if we go into our bot part factories, we've got 1, 2, 3 heads, 1, 2, 3 chassis and 1, 2, 3 limbs. So I'm going to switch a chassis. So did I just switch? Oh, I want 5 limbs and 2 chassis. Limb. I'm going to do it outside. I completely lost my focus doing that. Sure, I've got some bot production down here. So limbs, heads, chassis. I'm going to leave that as it is. And then I want heads, limbs, yep. Chassis, limbs, limbs, and limbs, yeah. So we should now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doing limbs, 2 doing heads, and 2 doing chassis. Because we've got loads of chassis, quite a lot of heads, and nowhere near enough limbs. So that's quite low productivity as well, that's incredibly low productivity. But I think that's because we're full of metal beams, so that's okay. Gears. Oh, that's all right. That's not too bad. Explosives, yeah, that's okay. So maybe it is working. Cool. Right, back over here. I think we'll maybe get this area finished, and I think today's video might be a shorter episode. But in the UK, it's Sunday, it's Father's Day, and why am I making a TimberBorn video on Father's Day? You might be asking. Well, my wife and daughter have gone to visit my in-laws, and I have not gone with them, obviously. I'm enjoying a bit of me time, and I'm spending that me time making a TimberBorn video. Because I enjoy making TimberBorn videos. Right. That's in. That's done. That's tidied up. Pick you up and you can go, because I should be able to reach that from above. Right. They're all molded. We suspect if I connect the path up down there, and mark them to be cut, because we do want to get rid of those as well. I'll clear those trees out, and next time, I don't know if I think I probably need to clear these out as well, just to give us the space behind where the water source is. So let's do that as well. I think they're all basically done. So do that and delete those. Make you in to be all bots. There we go. That's all marked to be cut. So that's brilliant. That's all done. That's all done. They're done. That can be sorted next time. I think with where we are so close to the end of the drought, that can go. It doesn't really matter if that can't dry out because there's a lip there, so that's okay. Because I wanted the ability to set these to a half to see if it helped with the fact that this area floods quite a lot. So, yep. I guess next we need to, I'm going to leave a gap so these are separate, and then actually we probably can leave a slightly bigger gap. So let's do that. Yeah, that'll do. We could put a staircase there, so we've got access. And then we'll go double dynamite and triple dynamite, and we'll need a bit more there at some point, but we'll let them do that. So they're going to get those cleared out, which is great. Over here, they're nearly done with that, so let's continue with deleting stuff. There we go. Oh, double dynamite. Go. That's in, so let's detonate that. Delete that. We can delete that. We can make that straight. That. But yeah, that new reservoir is big enough, it would seem, so we don't need to expand it anymore at the moment until we need more capacity, and then we will. But this was a really cool little idea and a nice little side project. So that's great. Let's just whiz over here and have a look at how this is doing. Hopefully these will start generating some amount of power. Yeah, perfect. Doesn't need to be a huge amount. So I am happy with that. Brilliant. And back over here, try and get this little job finished. So let's delete you. Grab the delete tool and delete more of the path. Put in our double dynamite there and a single dynamite there. Yeah, this I'm happy with this. This is charging up nicely. I say it's only kind of emergency charging, really. This is similarly doing a brilliant job. You know, these were put in just so that we didn't have to have the engine running all the time, and actually they're doing a cracking job. Great, these are built. So yeah, hopefully I'm hoping that keeping these at a half will do better. I need to make sure that all of the new floodgates are at the correct level, which they are. I should probably replace these with floodgates as well, so we've got a bit more control over things. This is, yeah, that's great. That's great. Let's just finish up this little project. And yeah, it's actually not been a shorter episode. We've just kind of got some prep work done for the next big project, which is the power. It's like a really nice self-sustaining turbine design that I plan to do. So I think it would be sensible, given that a lot of the terraforming has been done over the other side, to set up some dirt storage over here and some more log storage, because I think I'm going to build it out of a mixture of logs and terrain. So those are charging up nicely. Single there, not double. waterfall is starting to float, but that's okay. I guess we can detonate the bottom level. There we go. Yeah, this is a cool little idea. I like this idea. Could quite quickly come and get those finished. There we go. Yeah, I think they can still get to those. So let's place those. There will be a little bit of flooding here. It's fine. The flood control prevention will then kick in. I guess I could adjust it so that it kicks in earlier, but it works. So we're going to let it do its thing. No one needs to panic. It floods a little bit. When it floods, these open up, creating the waterfalls. You can go. And then it all sorts itself out. It's fine. Right. Are you telling me that, see, I think they can't actually get to that. Or, it's that very, very slow bot on its way. Okay. Yeah. So it sorts itself out. It just takes a bit. But it doesn't do any significant harm. Yeah, we obviously just got the very, very out of charge bot that was delivering the piece of extract that we need. There we go. So hopefully another less tired bot will now come and deliver it. There has been a bit of a change here with this. So there we go. It's drying up now. No, it's not. Okay. So maybe this is an issue. Demolish that and let that. We will have to adjust this. So let's blast all of that out. I got to place a piece of double dynamite there. Yeah, I think that's a problem. Not a problem. He's a very helpful commenter. A problem. But I have a solution. Cunning plan. We're going to move it back a bit, basically. So it's got space to work. So let's detonate you. Let's put a triple platform there. We do that, and then triple floodgates there. Yeah, that'll do it. And then we will... yeah, actually they can do that below, so we will demolish those. Now remove that step that's there, and actually that might help with the flooding overall. Let's mark that out. We are going to remove this then. Have another drought approaching, but that's okay. We can work on our power turbine during the drought. Might actually be better. Detonate you. There we go. Yeah. We're going that one and one as well. Get those built first. Yeah, that is a nice little kind of oasis, isn't it? I like that. Good idea, gents. Good idea. All right, and I am assuming the problem is man. I shouldn't assume that. Good idea, people. Thank you. Right. The flooding will sort itself out. The flooding will sort itself out. See, we have more than ample relief capability above. The problem we do have is clearly, we actually have too much water that flows into the lake. I think we might need to adjust that. And I think some of that will come from letting some of that water out this way. So we can fix that now, probably by dropping that to half. Is that enough? I guess adjusting that up to a half so that they split their water flow. But yeah, nice. They're fully charged, which is cool. So that some of the water comes out that way. I guess we probably want to do the same here. Because we clearly have too much water coming in because it's overtopping these. So, yeah. But we need that relief unless we bring back this as an outlet, which maybe we should now. Or maybe up here and we let some of the clean water out here to start detoxifying some of this. What was I doing? What was I doing? I was finishing up this area. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, really like this idea. So anyway, that's it for today. I am a couple of videos ahead still, so any comments that you give, I will. Yeah, that's flooding still. So we do need to do some work on water management here in terms of how much water we're letting in to the area, basically. Too much at the moment, I think, is the answer. So we might need to control this. We might need another set of floodgates in here that are set up a stream gauge here to divert the flow off this way if the lake is full. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that like button. Leave me a comment, even if it's just like, you know, really enjoyed the video. That's cool. And I'll see you next time.